Oh, we are live again. Don't know who's out there. See if anybody's out there tonight. I was watching one of Jim Condon's videos, and I figured, what the heck? Let me see that. It didn't look like anyone was online. So, if anybody wants to come up, feel free. Trying to screw around with my green screen here, but got to get the right lighting and all that. Now it looks like I got gray here on the side. It's just trying to get the light situated, but whatever. If anybody's around besides me, what time is it? About 17 minutes after 8 Eastern time. So we'll see if anybody's here. I will put the link out. I know it's late for my UK friends. There might be one or two of you up. Who knows? Who's there? Hey, Rick's up. Hey, Rick. Mowers and Blowers. Hello, Rich. Let's see. There's that. Yeah, so far so good. Just a little bored. I'm watching like I said, Jim Condon did a video on a EU3000i inverter generator engine redo. So I was watching a little bit of that. And what else? Yeah, just hanging out. It's Friday night. Didn't get too much done today. Got a bunch of stickers mailed out, a package, couple other things. So, like I said, anybody who wants a sticker that didn't get one, there's the email right there. Feel free. Doesn't matter if you're UK or wherever you are. I have global stamps I can mail out to you guys as well. So, yeah, Scotty and AJP. Are you on the Zoom stream, Rich, with them? Because I know that Zoom stream, I think it's 24/7, depending on if anyone is up. But usually I'll wake up in the morning, and since they're 5 hours ahead, they'll be on that stream. But I had commented on a Donny Boy video, and he had just commented back about whenever you go to look at a chainsaw to make sure you check the muffler. And I had two cases. I called up one guy and I said, look, I'm driving 40 miles. I'd like to buy these saws from you, but I really want to pull the muffler to make sure it's okay for the price you're asking. And the first guy I went to, he said, sure, no problem. And when I got there, one of them, I pulled the muffler and it was perfect. So no problem. He wanted about $150 for the saw, paid him, no problem. Second saw, he wanted a little less money, but it was a smaller saw. Pulled the muffler out, it was scoring. Not a lot, but it was scoring, enough where it ran okay, it seemed to be, but it was scored. So I said to him, look, this is worth X amount to me, which was less than half of what he really wanted. But he took it, because he goes, no, he says, you're honest. He said, you told me, what was wrong with it. You showed me, and he said, so, take it. So I took it. So no big deal. But no, never Zoomed. Yeah. If you get on with Sparky and them, depending on how often you're on with them, if they throw you the link, it's something that they're on, every now and then. So it's pretty cool. Hey, Craig, how are you, brother? Hopefully you'll get that package soon, Craig. He mailed it out Tuesday, and today's Friday, so maybe you'll probably see it next week. Chris's Small Engines, hello, how are you? But anyone wants to go on the link, feel free to click on the link and join up. I'm just here just to, talk small engines or whatever you want to talk about. But I was talking about checking the muffler, and Donny Boy just had that in one of his videos. And it's funny because the first thing I do now, whenever I look at a saw, well, I can't say that because I'm working on an MTD right now and I didn't pull the muffler yet. I'm pretty sure it's a carburetor problem. I'm going to pull the muffler tomorrow morning just in case, because like Donnie says, you can go through all kinds of stuff thinking everything is carburetor fuel related, and then you got scoring. So always pull the muffler. So Rusty Rooster, how are you, brother? Like I said, all the decals and everything, that package finally went today to Phil, Top Conquer. I was at the post office for that package 3 times. I had to fill out 32 line items on a customs paperwork, and it's finally gone. It's finally on its way to the UK. So, Rusty, your stickers are in there, and Savage and Rich, your stickers are in there. Everybody's around the way. And what I did, guys, those of you that had envelopes pre-addressed to some of our friends over in the UK, like AJP and Tim and those guys, Scotty, since you all had stickers that were going there, I took them out of your envelopes, put them into one envelope, put a global stamp on it, and just mailed it. This way, I don't have to worry about Phil having to do that. So, like I said, the common guys like Scotty and Tim and AJP Ash and all those guys, I put those in one envelope to each of them, put a stamp on it, gone. So those should get to them next week. But the remainder of the stickers you guys sent and other envelopes and so forth, those should be with Phil next week. Henry, what's going on, pal?
How you doing, Kent?
I just got to ask though, did you know you were getting such small stickers when you ordered them?
Yes. Well, I ordered them bigger, but they said this size, and then I agreed to it.
Yeah, because it's funny. It almost reminded me of like Cracker Jack or cereal boxes when you get little things. You know what I mean? But I tell you, who did the design for you? Who actually did that?
Nobody.
Oh, you did it yourself?
No, that's a Big Dog design.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think Will's over here. Hold on. Oh, what's up, Will? Looks like it's getting twilight time down there.
Yeah, it is about twilight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got home not too long ago.
There you go. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Henry, you got more videos coming, Henry? Because I know you got 3 you put out yesterday, right? Uh-oh, who's that?
Well, this is
Tom Dobie, right?
Yeah, the same size stick.
Oh, hold on. Oh, got you back. Yeah, because Tom, I sent him one out the other day. Okay.
Yeah, he said he got it. Yeah.
Oh, he did. Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I sent stuff out the other. Oh, what I was thinking was, if you want to send me a couple of more stickers, I'm sending some over to Dusty and some of the guys over there, and that way I'll include them all in one envelope and use my global stamps.
I already sent Dusty and.
Oh, you did?
Braveheart, everybody.
Oh, okay. Because Dusty asked me to give you the address. She didn't know if you had it. Okay.
Yeah, I got it finally.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
William, how you doing there, fella?
Yeah, not too bad. How about you?
Good, good. Your internet's coming out good today.
Oh yeah. So far, so good.
Yeah.
We'll just wait and see, though.
Yeah.
Roger's here. Hey, Roger.
How my luck, kid?
You're a little dark, but you're looking okay. You're a portrait, though. You will flip it the other way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now you're full.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
See?
I heard
How's work today, William?
It wasn't bad. It's kind of busy.
Now you got to work the weekend too, or no?
Yeah, I got to work tomorrow and Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll be off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It starts a day later every week. I work 4 on and 4 off, and it's a day later every week. So it's kind of an odd schedule. Not different.
You got my buddy Craig is on here. Craig Timmons from Ohio. He's the one that Phil bought that special fireman saw chain brake for over in the UK, and that's on its way to Ohio to hopefully get that saw back and running so the fire department can cut through roofs and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it was weird how they wouldn't ship to the USA. We could buy it from the USA, but they didn't want to ship it to the USA. So, and then we ended up saying, okay, we'll buy it, but ship it to Phil. Oh, we can't do that. Why not? Well, it's a US buyer. Yeah, but we're telling you ship it to UK. Oh, we can't do that. So Craig and I have been going through this stuff for like 3 months now. Till finally I said to Phil, we'll PayPal you. You buy the damn thing, get it shipped to you, and then you ship it to us. So that's what we ended up doing. So yeah, it should be good. It looked like he packed it good and all that stuff. So we'll see. Mark Wiley. Hello, Mark. Yeah, I want to see a good picture of that, Craig, when you're done, because that sounds like a pretty wild looking brake assembly and chain assembly and all that stuff on there. So anyway.
Ken, you're talking about chainsaws. That time you said, you hold the chainsaw up, like this way and this way and this
Yeah,
way.
for seals. Yeah, for seals.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is. You hold it. Depending. Some people have different ideas about it. I mean, if you tilt the saw forward technically, and it's a very rich mixture, the mixture could run down and you could flood it. There's all different things. All I know is north, south, east, west. If it does anything in any of those directions other than sound the same, it's
Yeah.
usually an air leak and it's
Yeah.
usually seals. So
Deals.
that's sort of a rule of thumb.
Yeah,
Rule.
well, I thought. Yeah, I ain't had a chance to watch your videos, Henry, but I heard you had some good videos. And they had lots of tools.
Yeah, Henry, what are you doing? Shop tours now, or what? What's going on?
Now, getting back to the stickers, that still
Yeah.
costs $60 for that.
No
size.
kidding. How many did you get though? How many did you get? Get 100 or?
No, just 50.
Really? See what I paid. You saw my sticker. I got 100 of those with shipping and everything. No discount. I wish I knew about discounts. That was with shipping and everything. 88 for 100. That was through Sticker Mule.
Yes, everybody gets different prices or whatever.
Yeah. But
anyway.
I just what's his name? Scrapping Irish over there. He used them because Sticker Mule's in UK too, and he said he liked it because of like the abrasion resistance and stuff like that. They didn't wear off, and when they were outside, they took the UV okay. So I wanted to make sure because some people put them on their cars or their trucks or whatever, and I just wanted to make sure because Scotty had gotten some stickers, and over time between washing and everything else, rubbed away to nothing. There was like nothing there. So some of them actually. They have a coating on there that's good for the outside. So, hey, Roger.
So next time I'm going to see if they can stretch that bigger or whatever, But
now, where's that place out of? Are they local to us or where are they out of? The place you went?
Sticker Mule.
Oh no, but say the one you went before. Who made your Sticker Mule? Made your first stickers?
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't know. That's who made mine. Oh, no kidding. Oh wow.
And they were costly and they were too small, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe I'll look for somebody else to make them. But anyways, Will, getting back to you, your question is that was my test videos to see if I can put them out or whatever,
Okay.
Yeah, that was not, it was just I threw out there, and then there's not too many of you guys that saw them because I only have like 54 subscribers. And only half of you guys saw it.
Well, a bunch of the guys in the UK saw it because they were on Snobby's stream today and said you had it. So the UK guys were out there.
Snobby is one of my subscribers, basically. Yeah. So,
he mentioned it today.
Yeah.
But someone's asking what your channel is, Henry. It's just your name, right? That's your
Just my name, Henry Moralski. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see if I can grab a link for it. But let's see. Oh, Pate's just put out a video. Yeah. What does it say? Mrs. Pate's got ripped off by a Honda mower. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
How you doing, Mr. Briggs?
I'm alive.
Yeah. You working tonight, Scott?
Huh?
You working tonight or no?
I'm going in. They did just now. They didn't shut the doors yet until almost 8:20 or so. So I'm not rushing up there.
But this is an overtime night then, or what?
No. I don't get that. I get paid the same amount depending on where I go. Don't matter.
No, but I'm saying is Friday night a normal night for you as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Friday, Saturday, then you get Saturday off during the day, Saturday night off, Sunday night off, and going again on Monday night.
Okay.
Just don't go where they're shooting people.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I heard that.
They're shooting people everywhere. They already shot at that one FedEx terminal.
Yeah, the one in was Indy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a ground or a freight, to be honest with you.
Isn't Indy one of their hubs, though? I thought Indy was a big one.
Yeah, but we got, again, I don't know if it's FedEx ground or FedEx freight. Yeah. There's two separate companies.
Yep.
Well, somebody was pissed off, I guess, huh?
Well, he was smart enough to take himself out. So.
Yeah.
You know, save the taxpayer a trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I see stuff like that, it makes you wonder if someone with cancer and someone, not saying nothing political, but it's like someone paid him to do that to try and make the gun validation more, gun laws take more validation. I'm not saying it.
He was only 19 years old. Yeah, 19-year-old former employee. Wow.
Yeah.
FedEx ground facility, it says.
Yeah. All of a sudden, there's all these people shooting each other with guns, and of course Biden wants to get rid of the guns. So what's going on?
Exactly. So it makes you wonder, you know.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Crazy. Yeah, he was young kid, 19. He worked there last year, I said.
I mean, think about it. Someone, if you had cancer or something, you were dying 6 months terminal, and someone offered you $100,000 to leave to your family or your wife if you have kids or something. I'm not saying that's what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To go act like a lunatic and then shoot yourself. Why not? You know, those people would. You know.
Hey Jeff, how you doing?
I'm with you, Mr. Briggs. There is something going on. It's not right.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon the law-abiding citizens won't be able to defend themselves. That'll be the problem.
Well, look at what
we still got crossbows.
Henry from Mowers and Blowers. He bought himself some kind of big old gun there. What was it?
AR-9.
AR-9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have been hoarding ammo and stuff like that. It's crazy. I have a friend of mine. He's on the internet every single day looking for deals on ammo. I'm like, what are you going to do with it all?
Yeah.
You know, how many people can you, or how many, you know, how can you, it's okay to defend yourself. I don't have a problem with that. But do you need 17 million rounds of ammo? Do you really need all that? I mean, I don't know. Craig, take care. Let me know when you get that package, buddy. I would love to see that thing.
I ain't sure if y'all heard about it or not. It's been, I guess, several years ago now, where that guy, I think his name was Chris something. He killed his wife and his 2 daughters. And here we are still keeping him up. Why didn't he get to learn death penalty?
Yeah, I know.
I forget what his name was, but he killed his pregnant wife and 2 little.
Oh, I got confirmation there.
Hey, Tom. What's that?
They just sent me a text. I can't go to work. They're having a guard that ride with us tonight.
Oh, because of what happened?
That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess they're taking it serious.
Yeah. Cool. I get to ride shotgun with an armed guard. Maybe it's a woman.
Uh-oh. Henry, you heard about my daughter yesterday, right? With the car accident she had?
No. What happened?
Yeah. Well, remember the weather we had on the parkway? Remember the weather was terrible yesterday with the nor'easter? Some guy literally sideswiped her on the parkway. She spun around 180 into the guardrail.
Oh,
totaled the car. Yeah, totaled it, right? So the guy says, he tells the cop basically, I got cut off, and that's what put me. My daughter had dash cam.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
liar,
good.
liar, pants on fire. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
that parkway,
thankfully,
I hated driving in the winter down there. It's like ridiculous. The people are really crazy.
No, but yesterday it was terrible. It was that nor'easter rain. We had terrible rain, and thankfully she's okay. And all its car's totaled, but thankfully she's okay. And
that's good.
But man, it was just not the phone call you want to get.
I know.
So, and she was literally 5 miles from me, right by Orange over there, exit 56. Yeah. But how was I going to get there? I would have to go past the exit. Then there's like a mile and a half of traffic because of the accident. I would never be able to get there. So I figured, I'm going to go the next exit because she was right next to an on-ramp. I said, let me go there. Yeah. The cop says, no, I'll give you a ticket if you do that.
Is that right?
It's like, yeah. He said, no, you can't do that. I'm like, well, luckily her boyfriend did. Her boyfriend actually drove up there, ran out. The cop's like, I should have given you a ticket. And then my daughter's telling me, no, he told him not to do it. Don't do it. So I went home. But, just, I don't know. And like I said, the guy said, I got cut off. I'm like, how can he cut off? It's a 2-lane road.
Yeah.
It was raining out. People weren't going fast. No, he did something stupid and bam.
Exactly.
Unreal. But,
Everybody has to be in front of everybody. It's like,
yeah.
oh, ridiculous. Yeah.
But it's like it was such a nor'easter, massive pouring rain. You weren't going anywhere.
No.
No. So I guarantee you, he probably hydroplaned and said, "Oh crap!" and bam.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
well.
tell you, it was ironic. I was talking to my kid the other day, literally about a week ago, saying, "Why do you have a dash cam?" And she says, "Well, my boyfriend, fiance. Oh, you never know. You never know." Hey, from her mouth to God's ears, boy. I tell you,
That's
you know,
good.
there's no the minute she said that, I'm sure the guy changed his tune because, you know, but there was nobody, nobody there, nobody cut anybody. There was nothing there. It was just him. All of a sudden, bam, and it was like, go to the videotape, right? So, yeah. So I'm thinking about getting one of those now too because they're cheap. They stick right onto your window, and it's on constantly. And you Wi-Fi download it every couple of days. It clears it out. You have it on your computer.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So thank God. I'm definitely gonna get one because you never know. You do it to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What size chip would you put in one of those?
Hers actually, I don't know if it has a chip. I think it goes right to her phone.
Oh,
It
is that right?
uploads automatically or something like that. I gotta ask her, but some of them do have like the little SD cards in them.
Yeah.
And I think she said they upload or do something like once a week. So once a week's worth of, probably an hour a day. So say 6-7 hours will go in there. But I think right now everything's built in. JD Tech, hey, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I think it's built into there, and then you upload it via Wi-Fi to either a phone or a laptop or something. But you never have to take it out of the car, though. It stays in, and you just upload it. Hey, Bama, how you doing, Doug?
Yeah, some of them they make one. They make one. I got one in my. I put one in my old man's car only because of his old age. It ain't being used now.
Yeah.
But if someone tries to come in front of the car while it's sitting in a parking lot or in the driveway, it starts recording if someone tries to get in that truck.
Yeah, I don't know if
It's got
I
a
haven't
motion
seen if this
sensor
has
on
like
it.
motion. Yeah. That's a good idea too. Yeah. Hers, I know. I think as
Someone
soon as you
tries to
turn the
steal
key,
your
it turns
truck, in
on.
other words.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. Well, around here, what they do, I don't know about if it's up your way too, Henry, but I know here where I am in Connecticut, with these newer cars, a lot of people don't realize that if they leave their key in the car, all right, basically all you have to do is pull on the door handle. It senses the keys in there, it unlocks. With these new cars, and since the key's in the car, you just push the button. I mean, the people getting the cars ripped off all the time. Technology's great, but it's terrible.
My area, there's a lot of cars getting ripped off. A lot of cars.
Yeah. A lot of times
Oh,
here, though,
yeah.
they just go in to take change or anything quick they could sell. They'll ransack the glove box and all that, but they're having a few stolen around here, but mostly the more expensive ones. But who the heck leaves the key fob in the car? Well, a lot of people, like I said, they leave it in the console. They get in the morning and just hit the button, and it's not like years ago. You don't even need a key anymore.
No.
Crazy stuff.
People around here still catalytic converters. That's one of the big things.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, if you look, I was looking at the scrap prices because Snobby and those guys were talking about how much they're getting now for copper. Catalytic converters, GM catalytic converters, they're giving like $500 a piece for those things.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Crazy.
I got
Because of the
plat.
platinum.
$500 for my truck just.
I don't know what years or anything though, but it just when I saw the price, I was like $500 a piece.
Yeah, wow.
I got that's what he does. He scraps cars, and he knows about all the foreign cars like BMW. I found him a BMW one time. Old. He got $500 just out of the catalytic converter. Plus he sold the tires, wheels. He made a killing on that car. Plus then he scrapped it. Got about $300 out of scrap.
Oh yeah.
He made about $2,000 on that car, scrap car.
Wow. No, around here they went to the Lexus dealer in I think it was Westport, Connecticut. There was a big Lexus dealer here, and they cut the catalytics out of like 30 cars one night. Brand new cars. They just went in there, and I'm like, nobody heard anything, nobody saw anything. Kind of weird. Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
They did
Battery operated Sawzall.
Yeah, something. Hey, Arch, you got your camera on? Your camera's off. I can't see you. You got to turn your camera on so I can see you. Arch
that?
is in the basement, but it's showing a logo, no face. It shows a picture of a camera with a slash through it, Arch, so it looks like your camera is off.
So Henry, I know.
Your truck, Ken, they would steal the box off it, believe it or not. There ain't too many
Definitely.
rust-free Dodges out there. It is wild as that scene. I actually know somebody that had a rust-free Dodge around here that was your age. They're hard to find. Someone on both of his box.
Especially the 8-foot bed too, because everyone has the 6.5, the 4-door.
Yep.
Not many people have the 2-door. I've already been offered a lot of money for my truck. I mean, it's 14 years old, but it's in decent shape, so I can't complain. How you doing, Brandon?
Yeah, could you imagine coming out in the morning, find your box gone? They basically cut the taillights and the fuel neck and took the box.
Hey, Will's here. Will from Connecticut. How you doing, Will?
That'd be $3,000.
Oh yeah, easy. Oh, there's Arch. Arch, touch your nose, buddy, so I know it's you. What's going on? How are you, buddy?
Hello.
How you doing, Arch?
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. We got a side view of you.
Yeah, well, because it's a cell phone and it's over there, which is
That's all right.
that's the front and that's the side. So
That's all right. How's everything going?
pretty good. I just figured I'd stop in, test this stuff out, see if it still works.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just figured it's a boring night, not too much going on. I come out for a little bit.
Absolutely. Good show last night.
Oh, last night was fun. Yeah, we had a good time with we had my Canadian friends. We had Steve Small in the saloon, Bruce Pender. Then you get the Patés come in, and Mick comes in, and
I missed Bruce. I think I missed Mick. I got here probably halfway in because it was a long session last night.
It was over 2 hours. Yeah. Bruce was only on for about a half hour because he was eating dinner. Remember, I'm East Coast, so here, like right now, it's 8:44. Bruce is 2 hours behind me, and Steve is 3 hours because Bruce is like above Montana, I think, and Steve is above Washington State, Puget Sound, that area.
Yeah, that's at least 3 hours.
Yep. Will. Hey, those that don't know Will, check out his channel, Will Small and Will G over here in Connecticut. I can't believe all the work this kid does. If you go on his Instagram, it's unbelievable. I mean, the guy does more work in a day than I get done in a month. Unbelievable. Yeah, tons of work.
Full of piss and vinegar.
Yep. Will, if you want to throw a link out to your channel or your Instagram or something, feel free. Because he's got a lot of good information on his channel too. What are you working on, Arch? Got anything going on?
Yeah, I just finished up a job, just a push mower. Friday easy.
Yep.
A decent one, Arians.
Now, where are you? You in Jersey or where are you, Arch?
No, I'm on Long Island.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. So you're part of the Paté family. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. He's on the North Shore. I'm on the South Shore.
Are you by Boneyard?
What's that?
Are you by Boneyard's garage?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm near him.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I really know about...
I don't really know. Where do you know what town he's in?
Oh, I'm trying to think. He may even chime in. He's here. I'm trying to think where he is. I think he's more toward the east, not all the way east, like Montauk, but toward the east. I think he's down.
He most likely is in Suffolk County because I'm pretty sure that Patés are in Greenlawn, and that is
they're Greenlawn. Yeah,
that's like the start of Suffolk. I'm like midway, and Suffolk's big.
Because if you guys took the ferry, went straight up to Bridgeport, I'm like 3 minutes from the ferry. So
okay. So I was saying last night I used to work up there. So if I go literally out my door to the next main road traveling north, it'll take me right to the ferry.
Okay.
And then
you said you worked for Tower, right? You said Tower.
Yeah, I took the ferry across into Bridgeport.
Yep.
And went up to Tower Equipment, hung out over there, Milford, Stratford area, and about 5 days out of the week for 7 years.
Wow. So you know where I work, right? Sikorsky.
Oh, yeah. I used to try past it. I used to like to go the back way around where the flats are, where all the water is and everything. And
110, the River Road. Just go to back.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. I barely remember it, but that was my favorite way to get to the ferry on the way to the ferry leaving work, right? To go home. It's just a beautiful area over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They did a lot with Bridgeport. I don't know what's been going on with Bridgeport now, but this was quite a number of years ago. And when I first started at Tower, Bridgeport was an S-hole, right?
Yeah, there's still sections, but I mean, there's economic development councils now. Put it this way: where Carpenter Steel used to be, down there by the water, right? They want where High Light used to be and all that stuff. You know, a lot of that stuff's gone now. But there's a huge was it Cabela's or one of those places down there now, and there was Director Shipyard used to be down there. Go ahead.
Yeah, before I left, so I worked there for 7 years, and when I left, which is quite a number of years ago, it was getting nice down there. They were doing a lot of work.
It's starting. They're really developing the waterfront. In fact, Trump wanted to build a casino down there, but they wouldn't pass the permits. And then Ganim, who's the mayor that went to jail, he's the mayor again. He got out of jail.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's back. You know, so
yeah, I think a lot of work, Bridgeport Hospital there. I was. Always working in there.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I could say though, even though Ganim, got convicted, all stuff, he did do a lot of good for Bridgeport. He really did. I can't complain. He did. He did make it a better place, I think. So
a lot of people have what I call duality.
Oh yeah. Yep. But remember, Paul Newman said it best. I forget what the movie was, but he said Bridgeport, armpit of the world.
Yeah.
So,
hey.
Well, listen, Sikorsky. I'm surprised Sikorsky is still there.
Remember, we're not owned by UTC anymore. We got bought a few years back from Lockheed Martin. So Lockheed Martin owns us now, biggest defense contractor in the world.
Yeah.
So we're lucky, better than getting bought by a bank or something, and we're just
Well, I used to work for Grumman Aerospace, right?
Okay, on the island. Yeah. Well, that's what's her name? Pate's father retired from there. Yeah.
Well,
and mother, I think father and mother both worked there.
Yep. Who would have thunk that they would be gone? Because I would be retired years ago already, right? So
what'd you do at Grumman? Do the same thing, HVAC stuff, or what?
I did. No, actually, at Grumman, I started out doing avionics, and I wound up working on F-14s and E-2C Hawkeyes and the A-6Bs, and I also did a lot of. So I was young, so I did a lot of logistics support. I did the stuff that people would get fired for.
Yeah. But avionics is cool. I mean, especially nowadays, avionics is crazy. It's funny. Because it's funny, you talk about avionics, and even at different places around the country now that do aircraft, people still use the board with the spools on it, the wooden spools, and they still run, just like they did 100 years ago. They still do it.
It's fly by wire. You got to put wires in, right? So, yeah, that was a great skill. I loved it. I also worked at Great River, which is not too far from here on the South Shore. That was like working. I used to call it the Florida room. It was all windows. You looked out over a big field, and it was beautiful there. I worked in Melville, that was like a huge building. You would not believe what was inside of it and how they got it in. They would take down walls to drive in tractor trailers, put the walls back in the middle of the night.
Wow.
And I walked into some things inside of there that are like right out of movies. Behind a little door.
My company, they have the Skunk Works where all that high tech stuff is done and stuff like that. But we'll never see any of that. So but
I had a lot of fun there. The people at Grumman were the best place to work. It just
They don't go out the Rust Belt for
Christine
nothing.
Pate says that all the time about her dad. She said it was like they were the smartest people, and they really got us through the war, supposedly. So that's a lot of history.
It's not just the intelligence; it's the desire. The day shift. I can't speak to the night shifts. I often fix their stuff, but there's reasons for that, and it's not just because the people were bad or whatever.
I did third shift for 3 years at my company. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's not just the people, but the general overall mentality. I mean, like I didn't have to go to motor vehicles; somebody went.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have to insure my car. If I need my car insured or pay a bill or something, I mean, I could go down and take care of it. But if I was really busy, they'd be like, "Say we're gonna take care of it for you." We have people that do that.
Nice.
No way, right? Yeah, I was blown away. But it was just a great place to work. The people were really cool. They were hard workers for the most part, and of course, you were working on really cool stuff. So. The time that, I was young when I first started. And I remember one point, I was working on some F-14s. I went to go say hello to somebody, and the guy's standing up on a big scaffold, and he hands me this controller. He goes, "Take this and walk that way." and it was connected to an overhead crane. I was moving an F-14. I'm like, it's over my head. I'm like, no. He's like, just don't press any of the other buttons than that one. I'm like, that's fine. It's just like the stuff that you were exposed to. Even when I went to get a little cup of paint, I went over to another building, my first experience, and I hear this strange sound. I walk in through, again, a little door, and I'm like, I want a little cup of paint to touch up something. I walk up to the painter. There's a plane in there, right? And it was a waterfall air filtration system. So there's gigantic waterfall.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if you've seen one of those.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I never saw one before until that day.
For all the further particulates. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Blew me away.
Yeah.
You know, and these are first experiences. I mean, after a while, you get used to it. But, you know, every morning at 7:30, we would all be on the ground doing FOD, foreign object debris damage.
Oh,
you know,
I lived it for years.
Yeah.
You got FOD awareness, FOD critical. I know all of it. Absolutely.
But I loved it, though. So it was fun.
I used to walk around. I was a supervisor, and I'd walk around with my FOD bag every morning, and I'd look at every exterior wall of our plant, and in the corners where all the screws and everything migrated, I would have like a full FOD bag at the end of the night. Now, at the beginning of the night, the floor was clean. Where the hell did all this stuff come from? It comes.
It does. It does. Oh, yeah. We would have to take only the items that we were working with up on the plane.
Oh yeah,
we'd have to account for them when we got out. Yep. So I learned a lot of things. The way to work, it's a way of working, as you know. I learned that, and so I became very fastidious. Yeah, and I still do a lot of that kind of stuff. You know,
remember with FOD, I mean, the biggest FOD incident that we know now is the what was that jet? The British, the Concorde. Okay? The Concorde, because of FOD.
Concorde, yeah.
Yeah, but we all take FOD courses every year and all that. But now, like you said, you have tool control. Everything is kitted. You have a kit for everything you're doing, and you better not have an extra part, or you better not be missing one. You know.
Yeah.
So, but everything we do at our place, any aircraft place now, tool control. All the tools have a place.
Right.
At the end of the shift, you have to sign back in, and we even, friends of mine that work in the tool areas, they have RFIDs on all the tools. So they know where every drill bit and everything is in the plant. Well, you don't want to ending up where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have that when I stopped working there, because that was like 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. I worked there. I don't even remember, here we are.
I started manufacturing in 83 when I got out of college. So I've been doing it, almost 40 years.
Nice.
So, but interesting around here. Like I said, Connecticut, where I am, and Henry can attest to this too, because he's been around all this time. Connecticut was, and even Long Island, the hotbed of manufacturing. We were the hotbed, this area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, the tri-state area. And unfortunately, most of the industry has moved out,
I know. But, I hear you talk about that a lot. Yeah. One of my first jobs was in just general manufacturing. I made the machines that used to grind the eyeglasses to fit the glasses to fit in the frames. Mm-hmm. Right. So the lenses. All right.
Yeah.
For a bunch of Greek guys. Right. They were Greek. They came off the boat. They, became legal and everything. And the owner started a company called it Dymelt, and really nice people. And they taught me a lot of cool stuff. There's the first few times I got to play with a lathe in a Bridgeport.
What was the plate? What was it, Art? What was it called?
Dymelt.
Okay. Yeah, because I used to be a machine designer. We used to design, but mostly bigger machine tools. But I worked for a company called More Tool in Bridgeport, big jig grinders and things like that, and a company called Producto Machine, and we did all kinds of stuff. And our friends and people that worked with us were like Bridgeport Machines, Bullard, all the different Bridgeport machine companies. We all knew each other. And everybody.
Really?
They left one, they came to another, and it was like an open door policy, but most of them are gone, Moore's still around. Moore's a great company. They're still around, but Producto bought Moore. Now it's one company. Bridgeport Machine is gone. They got bought by Hardinge. Hardinge owns the rights to all the Bridgeports and stuff like that. So it's sad, just a lot of the good companies. Bullard. I just, worked on one the other day, and, a company upstate Connecticut bought the rights to all the Bullard stuff. So they own all the drawings and all that stuff. But all the original people, they're all long gone.
They're all gone. It's so sad. It really is. It's so sad. I
And it
remember
ain't-
for
it
a
ain't
while.
Harding's,
You drive down
Ken.
what? Yeah, I'm sorry, again.
What's that?
It's not It's not Harding's.
It's not
It's
Harding's
Harding
Brothers anymore.
Brothers.
Harding's
It's called
Brothers.
Harding
Yeah,
Brothers.
yeah, no, Harding's
Not
Brothers.
Harding's. They were actually founded in my hometown.
Yeah. Up with Elmira.
Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah. Absolutely. What's Mark Wiley asking? Is that Bruce's shop? Bruce, our friend Bruce up in Canada. Yeah, that's the one we were talking about. I didn't see it. Did you have a question, Mark? I know he's asking about Bruce. I'm scrolling up to see if I see. Oh, Tommy Hanlon's here. Hello, Tommy. Yeah, I was just thinking maybe since I'm on again late that Bruce or Steve or someone might chime in, but that's okay. Jungle Bob is up and around. Hello, Jungle Bob. But yeah, as far as like I said, my first love was how to make stuff, and that's why I do small engines now too. I was the kid with the knife in the toaster and taking it apart at 5 years old, that kind of thing. And it just, hey, you go to school. What I should have done, my only regret, and I still have the regret, is I should have taken the advice of the first people I worked for, were the head of the tool making department. Says, Kenny, forget engineering, become a tool maker. You'll have more fun, you'll make more money. And I should have listened to him. I really should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken's the guy that's first screwdriver was a butter knife.
Yeah.
It works sometimes.
Telling you. But you know what? I put it back together. It worked.
That's right.
So that's the main thing. Steve Thoreau up in Canada there. I ran Bridgeports for Savage Arms, Canada. Yep, bolt actions. Yep. Oh yeah, we had a lot of gun manufacturers with Sturm Ruger right down the street from me, Fairfield, Connecticut. You had Sturm Ruger, Remington Arms. One of the biggest. Yeah. Bridgeport, Stratford, Connecticut. They made the ammo here. They made all kinds of stuff. I mean, we had tons of stuff here. Up your way, Henry, you had tons of stuff up your way. Plainfield, all the screw machine, Davenports, Brown and Sharps, all the screw machine houses up there. Connecticut, we made just about anything. It's sad that it's all gone. New Britain Machine. Remember, Henry? You drive along Route 9. You were driving. You still saw the building. It was that big. The sign was like a mile long. New Britain Machine. It's just
every factory that you can name. Yep.
Yeah. Every factory. Yeah.
I remember back in the day, I was very young, sitting on my friend's father's lawn, right? Yep, and they had just signed NAFTA and GATT, and I said to his father, I said, "You have no idea what this is going to do." "Oh, you don't know anything. You're a young kid. You don't know." I'm like, I'm telling you. Many years later, when he had his business here before he retired from it, I went to visit him. And he's pulling his hair out. I'm like, "What's the matter, Stan?" "Oh, this NAFTA and GATT's killing me. I gotta send it. My top guys all over the country to fix all this crap that's coming from Mexico and everywhere else." I'm like, "I told you."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember you drive down the highways in like the late 90s.
Yeah.
Maybe early 2000s, and you would see big trucks with Bridgeport lathes and Bridgeport, whatever, what are they called? Turret
milling machines, knee mills,
and the lathes and all the other equipment, because Grumman had so many contractors that were doing that, right? So all these guys just went belly up.
Yeah.
And we lost like a racetrack and, all of these things that you might need, right? To have a guy as a machinist, all these companies just belly up. And
we had AFCO here, AFCO Lycoming, huge in Stratford, made the tank engines. When they went out, it affected thousands of people. Yeah. Really
Well, how about Mr. Briggs all the way up? I think he's from Albany or something, right?
No, he's Elmira up by Binghamton, up that way.
Okay, so all the way up there, all the train work, right? Oneonta and everything.
Who else? How about in his area?
Rochester Carburetors.
Schenectady, Albany, you had Alcoa, GE Power Systems, the GE locomotives. I did work up there, Oh, yeah.
And it wouldn't be so bad if it went just down south, right?
Yeah,
but no, it's everywhere else.
Yeah,
it's not
mostly overseas.
Put it this way, I'm a 68 dude. And when my father graduated high school, he graduated from the same high school I did. His graduating class had over 2,000 people. When my graduating class had 500. My area was the largest industrial capital in the Northeast. We had more industry per capita in this little county than any other place in the Northeast. I had American LaFrance, Ward LaFrance.
The fire
the
truck?
largest.
Oh, yeah.
Ward LaFrance, American LaFrance came from here. We had the Horseheads Consolidated Brickyard, and
Yep.
we had the largest food processing plant in the world, AMP, gone. Now it's a Walmart. Moore's Business Forms is gone. Not Moore's Business Forms. Excuse me. Yeah, Moore's Business Forms.
Yeah,
gone.
Moore. I remember Moore Business Forms. We used to use those. It was on all the letterhead you used to see on the bottom.
And and now that one there, that was all politics, because the mayor of Elmira in the 60s was a guy named Eddie Moores. He worked for Hilliard. He was president of Hilliard Clutch, which everyone's heard of Hilliard Clutch. They are next door to each other. Like the president of Moores could have, and Hilliard's could have taken spitballs and hit each other from their window. That's how close the factories were. McGee Street. They wanted to close McGee Street in 1965. That's where my father did his apprentice for his machinist job, and build a new factory. The mayor of Elmira, who was also the president of Moore's Business Forum, said, "Oh, that's a major thoroughfare." They put up and they counted 6 cars and went down there one day. Yep, real major, and they wouldn't let him do it. And so Moore's Business Forum said, "The hell with you." They built the largest book binding plant in Canada. And took it right out of the United States. They did what they said. 1985, 20 years later to the day, they closed that plant, laid off 2,000 workers. That plant sat empty for 2 weeks. Guess who owns the old Moore's Business Forms plant?
Walmart?
Hilliard. Nope, Hilliard Clutch.
Really? Okay, so
Hilliard Clutch. He bought it, closed the street, and it's like, wait a second, but that's cool.
Right. That's politics.
It is.
Yeah, that one was politics. But we had American Bridge here. I wouldn't even want to tell you how many people worked there. Where I load my truck, there were 17 small manufacturing plants here. There's a gas well drilling company across the street and a FedEx.
Well, I remember the last time I was up your way. It's been a while, but when I used to do some work in Binghamton, it was IBM up there, Endicott, which actually took over a lot of the Army base up there. And they used to build printers for the old. Remember, you guys are probably too young, but Henry will remember. Remember passbook savings accounts, Henry, when you had to take the passbook into the bank and stick it in the machine. They had what's called Daisy print wheels that were the printers to print your little bank books, and the print wheels were made and designed up in Endicott at IBM. And when I worked in Bridgeport for a manufacturing company down there, we actually EDM'd or actually had a Boston-matic machine with these diamond bits that would cut all the little individual letters and numbers out of the electrodes that would burn them into the fingers of the daisy wheel that would print them out. It was pretty cool. But I'm going back 1983, 84.
I remember one side of those passbooks, you could feel the indentations of the daisy wheel thing you're talking about. And then on the other side would show your.
Those who don't know what a daisy wheel is, basically think of like a cone, if you will, with all the hammers like on a typewriter going all the way around the circle. And that wheel was called a daisy wheel. And then a plunger would come out and beep, 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 and the wheel would rotate for the various characters. It was old technology, but that's what they had. That's how passbooks got printed.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot we had Westinghouse too up here. Westinghouse.
Well, look at us. We had GE on Boston Avenue. Henry, you've been there. Sure.
That's right. That's right. We had GE. I had a GE plant here too. We had General Electric plant.
Boston Ave in Bridgeport. If you go online and look up Boston Ave Bridgeport GE plant, the plant was a mile long. They built. You would have to get in a jitney to go from one side of the building to the other because you'd be tired to walk. Yeah,
Grumman had a lot of that. Guys would go basically on modified golf carts with pickup.
They were called jitneys there. Yep, and what's called GE. I've worked at a lot of the GE aircraft engine plants before because we used to design machines that made aircraft compressor cases. And GE, like Lynn, Massachusetts, Wilmington, North Carolina, Bath, Maine. I've been to all them, and it's just amazing how the technology over the years and these old plants, some of them aren't even really modernized per se. The equipment's older, but they're still making the product,
Yeah, our GE plant was the first General Electric foundry in the company. They built the molds and that.
Hey, there's Mick Mowers. Hello, Mick.
Hey, Ken, if you want to take me down, if Mick wants to come up, that's fine.
We'll see. I don't see anyone in the basement yet. We'll see what happens. How you doing, Bob? All right?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got finished up for the day.
Yeah.
Man,
You've been putting out some content. You got a lot going on, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. Today, man, I was out just working on my regular stuff, and I had 4 people come in wanted
Wow.
blades sharpened, and all of them were on like riding lawnmowers. So I mean,
That's all
so
right.
I had to stop the project I was doing because they want to cut their grass tomorrow, and what the heck. So
Well, you guys heard about where that mower blade took off on me last week, right? Like the guy brings the mower by, and I said, let me warm up the oil so I could change it. I pull the starter after about maybe half a revolution. Bing! The blade shoots out
wow.
right. The blade bolt shoots out with the blade holder. It almost hits my leg. I'm like, holy crap. So I said to the guy, what the hell's going on? And he goes, I don't know. Oh, I said, and then the flywheel was held on by one thread on the nut underneath. And I said, oh, yeah, my wife used it last year and she just parked it. I said, there's no way this thing ran.
Somebody been messing with that. Yeah.
What does everybody say?
That.
Customers lie? Is that what they say? Oh my
Ken,
God.
you watch. Ken's going to make a video where every time he even starts a lawnmower now, he's going to take off the pull top, tighten the
telling you.
flywheel, take off a pull top, and tighten the blade.
I'm going to make sure the blade is tight on every single push mower I service.
What is it with you and lawnmower blades, Ken? It's like either one comes off or a safety thing don't work and you almost got your finger off. What's that? I mean, it's like these lawnmower blade videos are coming out. Voodoo gods are going after Ken's small engine, trying to cut his leg or finger off.
Well, you know what? If someone can heed the warning, I've done my job.
It's just funny though. It's not funny that it could happen. It's just funny that the last year it's always something with a blade involving you. It's like Ken's like, we're going to see Ken. Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, though, Scott. The mower, Scotty Daniel did it, Allie Mack, and me, the 3 of us, all within about a week's time.
Wow.
But I'll tell you one thing, though, the MTD deck, there is a problem with those old MTD decks. When the rust gets in between those metal plates that just rub against each other, the brake, even though the spring's on there, is not strong enough to overcome the rust and close the brake on the pulley. Those pulleys, you shut off the PTO lever, they're still spinning. And it takes a while for it to go down. And I tell you, when I cut my hand, the PTO was off for a good 2 minutes, and it still had momentum. And it was still. I mean, imagine if it was connected and oh my God, I would have lost the finger. But just I go to grab the bottom of the deck to get it on the trailer, and I hear a noise. I look, and the tip is like hanging. I'm like, oh my God,
Oh, I found the post office found your shirts, Ken.
What's that?
The post office found your shirts.
What happened? They lost it?
Yeah, but they called me because I put a track on. I said, man, it's been 3 weeks almost. So they called it up, and I talked to the postmaster. They're in Albany.
Oh wow.
Their sorting center there, and they told me. I said, she said, what was in the box? I said, why? Because it's open. I said, there's 2 shirts. There's only 1 shirt in there. I said, is it red or black? And she said, it's red. So I said, well, you're going to mail it out. And you're going to send me money to get our shirt. She says, oh, we will. But it looks like it was actually opened up. So someone stole Mick's Mower's shirt.
Oh, get out. Oh, wait, they didn't want a Ken Small engine, but they wanted the mixed mowers. Okay.
Someone stole the shirt, the black shirt. And I said, well, if you see how can I identify it? Well, it had to have been in-house, she said. Well, you see someone walk into a parking lot with an engine that says Mick Mowers on it, and it sounds like a British accent. You got the right guy.
Get down and dirty.
That's funny. Yeah, so
they're going to reseal the package and mail it. And they're going to send me.
You said it happened to Albany or something?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's where they found the box. It was it was stuffed in an NCP cage or something.
Wow.
But I just thought it was funny. I said, wait a second. They didn't see. And I said, wait till I tell the guy that. He says, we're going to have a German block get on there. See, he knows quality. I can hear Mick now.
Oh, yeah. Hey, they want to steal something, they steal Mick. There you go.
Hey, guys, while I'm thinking about it, I just wanted to thank Henry for the sticker today.
Oh, there you go.
Got it in the mail.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
I'll add it to my collection.
All right.
Too bad it's not signed.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do with all the stickers I got. Do I buy a whiteboard or what do I do with them? 'Cause I'm starting to get a lot of them too.
I just got my stickers from my buddy. I got a bunch of Mr. Briggs stickers on it coming tomorrow.
Yeah, you should be getting one for me any day now because I mailed them out like 3-4 days ago.
And I got my heart broken yet today too. By the way, before you ask,
What's that?
I popped the timing belt off that Volkswagen to see if they changed it. Like they said
Oh,
this
yeah?
timing belt has been changed. There's cracks in it. We're not changing it. I said, well, if you don't change it, I'm walking away. The guy said, you
What do you
can't
mean,
walk away.
the TT Roadster?
Yep. They won't change the timing belt.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be changed at 100,000. And it's literally got cracks all the way around. They said that's $1,000 job. I'm not doing it. I ain't paying I ain't giving you so much money for a car and then you're not changing timing belt.
Yeah. Did you already pay for it?
I have the check in hand, but I'll take it back to the bank and cancel the loan. I told him before I pay that.
Wow.
I mean, you don't sit there and want to make it.
Did you buy it from a dealer?
I got it from a dealer. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But I'm not going to give him. I got a good deal on the car here. He's right, but I'm not going to give him the money for the car.
Yeah,
for the most part, you know, that some guy borrowed me the money and then turn around and take the car and then put another $1,000 or $1,500 for a timing belt. I'm not doing it. Well, do it yourself. You don't do that. Ain't something that you can do in your garage.
Go around.
Yeah, that's true. Especially on those, because you got all those plastic pieces that go in there with the tensioners.
Well,
and all that stuff.
I looked at a YouTube video and some guy that does it for a living even says you need an engine lift.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Call Muskie. He knows all about those. Yeah.
Musty one don't know much. If never wouldn't want to drive to my little hick town and do a timing belt.
Yeah, but he might can tell you how to do it.
Yeah,
But that's
the thing
an Audi. It's an Audi though. He bought an Audi TT, one of those little Audi Roadsters. They're owned by VW, but it's Audi. Yeah.
Yeah, some people say don't buy VW or Audi products. You know something? I've got one in my driveway with over 450,000 miles on it. I don't have. It's all how you should take care of them. Volkswagen and Audis all have the same problem. They'll put too small of a gauge wire for something. Like they're famous for it. Their headlights, they use speaker wire, I swear.
Yeah, the windows too. The windows always break. That's power windows. Yeah.
Yeah, but that TT had manual windows just like my VW does. That's why I liked it.
Oh, wow. So are you gonna try and get them to pay for it? Or do you think the deal's off?
I don't know. The guy's adamant he won't do it, and I said, "Good luck with that." I said because there's no warranty on a car that age.
Yeah.
You imagine buying a car like that, drive down the road 5,000 miles later, boom, timing belt break and blow up your motor.
Yeah. Is that an interference or non-interference engine?
Oh, that's interference.
Uh-oh.
Is that?
That's called an airline.
Okay. What, do you hook it up?
Yeah.
Oh. Those that don't know, Briggs runs a truck at night for FedEx. Well, for his own company, for FedEx. What is it? Your trucks and FedEx trailers?
Yep.
What are you
I drive the
driving
Wiggle
now,
Wagon.
Scott? You still got the new truck, or are you in something else?
Oh no, I got the new truck. The old truck won't pass DOT inspection.
That's sad. What happened up there at that plant in Indiana? I mean, at the
Oh my gosh. Well, Scotty, tell him what's happening tonight with your run. I don't think Bob was here.
I've got an armed guard waiting for me at the gate.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's got a shotgun armed guard tonight.
Wow.
It's an old man. Damn it.
That's like a military base. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's like a military base.
Hey, he already said he wants to lay down the bed. That bed's my bed, buddy. You're sitting in the you know what seat. Anybody want a glad hand?
Hey, have you worked on your beam to beam anymore? Your Ethernet? I asked you every day on.
Tomorrow, 2:00, my son's coming over. We're setting it up, the electronic part, where you got to change all the numbers and everything inside the router computer thing, I'm not savvy for that.
See, here's your wiggle wagons. Doubles.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Trailer
always do
one?
doubles, don't you? Scott, you
Oh,
always
yeah.
do doubles, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I do 3 sets tonight. Tonight I'm going from Helmira to Bloomington, from Bloomington to Scranton, Pennsylvania today, and then back up to Albany.
Wow. Yeah. So Henry, your videos turned out good as far as the quality of the picture on that iPhone.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Fair.
is. Really good.
Yeah.
I was happy with it. I mean, that's basically like my test video, basically. You know.
You got more tools than anybody I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh, I've been there. Believe me, he's got more than you saw in the video. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And parts, you go out in the back. He's got parts. His parts. Oh my god, crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I got to do a video on the shed next.
No, you still got all the baggers, Henry, or get rid of those yet?
Oh, yeah. I just picked up another bagger for what do you call it? That Cub Cadet I pulled in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. How many toolboxes have you got? I counted about 6 and just watching that the first half of the video, the first part 1, and then part 2 you had a couple more.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he's got the garage, he's got a bunch of them in there, and then he's got the outbuildings, and he's got them in there. You know, all kinds of stuff.
They're all nice toolboxes too. That's what. I mean,
Oh no, he's got a good setup, really does.
Yeah.
But it's funny. We were talking when I was up there, and no matter what engine or what you talk about, he's got the tool for it. You know.
I believe it. I believe it now.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a guy die in my town that had a trailer full of bags. His wife was glad to get rid of them.
Yeah. The problem with toolboxes is they're a hiding place for all your tools, and you forget what you got.
Oh yeah.
That's why that A-frame I built, that I have the American Standard tools on one side, and on the other side I have the metric. You know.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's on wheels. I spin it around.
Yeah, I like that setup though. I like your winch thing to pull up the lawnmower too. That was cool.
That electric. Yeah.
What kind of support do you have to have up in the? See, I've got a carport, but I don't know what I don't think my ceiling joist would support something like that.
All you got to do is add her, you know, put her through the middle, add another board, you know, and as long as it's solid, it's, you know, a good solid base.
Yeah,
you'll be fine. You know.
Yeah, you can make a laminated beam or something.
Yeah, it's not like you're lifting a house. You're just lifting, you know, the front end of mower, whatever.
And I tell you, that's one thing that comes in handy when you're doing blades, especially on a lawn tractor, to be able to lift it up with a chain hoist or something real quick. I use the ramps. The ramps I use for my truck, I have a wall on the side of my driveway, and I'll put the ramps on the wall and just drive it up, and then go from underneath and do it that way.
Well,
what's his name? Bob was talking. Was double wide. He's got that nice setup where he just has the thing hanging from the beam, hooks it up, and just pulls it up.
Yeah. I just jack it up now with a floor jack right now is what all I'm doing, and put a jack stand in it.
But usually, with a floor jack though, I couldn't get it high enough on the deck to get my Milwaukee underneath and then still have room.
Yeah, but there, you got to take you some wood blocks. You know, it's a little process. But I would like to have something a little better. You know,
I'm actually looking at some lifts right now to do that. The ones that lift the front wheels.
Yeah,
about $200. You can get one that gets it real high. You can pretty much just crawl up right into the deck and do what you got to do.
Yeah, I had a friend make one of those out of 4x4s. Actually, he actually made a cradle with the front wheels go in, and it's like a big T handle. It goes like that, jacks it up, boom, and it lifts the front end 3 feet in the ground or 3 feet up. Now he can get underneath it all.
Yeah,
you know, I have a lot of scaffold frame that I keep looking at because I got tons of it, and it's it's getting beat now. I'm like, it's just gonna go to waste. Why don't I make a lift? I also have a Baker scaffold, which is like half the width. So, I think I still have the wheels for it. So if I just modify it a little bit, pop the wheels on, I can roll it around the shop and lift almost anything.
Sure, absolutely, especially with wheels. Hey, Guitar Low, buddy.
I built the gantry that I got in the backyard, and that thing there, you can lift the whole machine and hang it there and spin it around and everything.
Yeah, you got that's like a jib crane, right, Henry, in the back there?
Yep.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's got one of them chain hoists in the middle of his garage. You know, he's got an I-beam, a metal I-beam running right through the middle. He's got a chain hoist.
Yeah.
You can-
Well, it comes in handy too when you're working on 200-pound Kohler K series engines with the
Yeah.
Oh,
starter
yeah.
generator on. You break
That's
your
what
back.
he used
those
from to
things.
pull the motors off
Yeah.
and then you just put it right on the engine stand. You know,
Yeah.
put it, and you're done.
Well,
Well,
I
I
have a
used to-
beam in the garage, but there's a car there that now first it was in the shop and now it's in the garage. It's in my way. I have to finish that project because it's in the way, So
Yeah.
until I get that thing out of here, I can't get access to anything that's over on that side of the garage.
Well, you
The
made
first-
that,
The lifting is.
that table you made. That is excellent.
Thank you. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. So it was just like a fun thing to do. I actually just bought a real lifting table. It's coming Tuesday, maybe Wednesday.
Hydraulic, pneumatic, or electric? What is it?
I bought the cheaper Black Widow series. It's like $1,500 to your door, shipping and tax. It lifts 1,000 pounds. I think it's just an air bottle.
Does it have the wings on the side for tractors?
Yeah, it's just like the one I made, except it's got an air bottle. Mine's a screw jack.
Yep.
If this can lift 1,000, I think mine can lift about 6. The problem is that it can't, because of the screw across the top.
Yeah.
When you're laying the scissor down flat, it doesn't have enough angularity. So the first set of turns, it struggles.
Yeah.
Once you get up to about here, you could probably put 1,000 pounds on it.
Yep.
And if you have the weight towards one side more than the other, it struggles for the first few turns.
Mm-hmm.
So it lifts like 3 lawnmowers, no problem. But if you would have put like a big Arian snowblower or my old big Mamba, it won't lift that.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I can't. I'm killing my back. I got back issues. I can't keep bending over and doing this all the time. So I got to get a lift. So this weekend I'm going to rearrange the shop again.
Yeah, I'm always looking for an old used hydraulic motorcycle lift.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new.
That's what it is. It's based on the motorcycle lift, Ken, and then you add the extension tables.
But the wings,
take them off. Yeah, I love that idea.
But with the hydraulic, you could lift 2,000 pounds. You can put anything.
I almost bought that one, but then I said, you know what? This one's a little bit cheaper. I still need to buy a few other things. I have a budget of $2,000 to max. I can't spend any more on that on any tools this year. It's not going to happen. So I said, I'll spend a little less on that. I'm not lifting big things right now. And if that time comes, I'll cross that bridge then. If I get successful enough to do that and I have the money and the time for that, well, then that means that I'm into I'm into just bigger stuff. So I'll cross that bridge later. But right now it's smaller stuff, lawn tractors. I think the heaviest lawn tractor is about 800 pounds.
Yeah. Now, is this full time for you, Arch, or what?
It has become full time. Yeah. Yeah. So it just kind of came down on me like white on rice. And so I'm just doing it.
Well, I hear, because of the COVID too, even Pate and everyone was saying that, business is booming because a lot of people either they couldn't afford their lawn service or they're home all the time now where they used to be traveling on the road. So now they're doing their own and they need stuff fixed. So good for us.
Yeah. Great. That's what happened to me. When that COVID started, it just went crazy.
That's good. That's good in a way. There's usually a silver lining in every dark cloud.
Yeah.
And not to minimize COVID, but some of the changes I think that are going to happen will be good. Some of them I don't agree with, but this is how life is.
I think it made people wake up a lot more and get back to being more self-sufficient instead of
agreed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It woke us up. Some of us just don't wake up, and that's all right. What are you going to do? But some of us, I think, definitely kind of woke up. I was talking to my sister a couple of weekends ago, and some people are a little bit more interested in family again. They're concerned, and friends, and just in people in general. And I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, it's sad when you hear about people. Oh, I haven't seen my grandparents in a year. It's like,
that's unacceptable.
Yeah,
that's unacceptable. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
Oh, definitely.
It's like my nieces, all my nieces, they don't know nothing about cars. They'll admit it, what kind of oil to put in, because they buy a new car every 3 years. And my one niece this year actually came to me and asked me if I'd show her how to take care of her car. She says, you know, Uncle Scott, you buy a car, drive it for 10, 20, and you even drove one for 20, the same car from when I was a baby till I was out of high school.
Well, it's funny, my truck I just got rid of, I bought it when my daughter, my youngest, literally was like 4 months old, and I sold it when she turned 20. So,
and guess what? You even said so yourself. If the tranny lines didn't go bad, you'd probably still be driving that damn thing.
Oh yeah, I still have it. But I tell you, I'm glad I got my Dodge now, except for the gas mileage. For 10 miles a gallon with $3 a gallon gas, that's not. But fun.
That's what I'm saying. If that truck was still in the drive out there and all it needed was those lines, you probably would fix it and drive it until this gas bill went down again.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to go down, brother.
No, right here though, in Connecticut where I am, it hit $3. Now the cheapest one by me is like $2.69 cash. But in Greenwich, which is only about 25 miles from me, it's over $4 for premium. You know.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I used to run my Nova on, and I couldn't afford it anymore. It's another bill. Insurance wasn't expensive. I had the $20,000 replacement policy on the car.
What year Nova?
69.
Big block or small block?
I put a Pontiac. You're gonna kill me because I put a Pontiac Ram Air 4 engine in it, a Ford 9-inch rear. I put a Camaro front clip in underneath.
What did you do? Like Cross Street, or what were you doing?
Well, we didn't call it that really. I built it more like you would build a hot rod back in the 70s.
All right, so you didn't back half it. It had regular like 10-inchers on it or something.
It was a beautiful shape. I did modify the wheel well slightly when I did the installation, and the rear was narrowed slightly. I had very big tires on the back, but I wanted to build it like the way you would build a car back in the day, right? No blister pack items. You know,
it sounds like my old truck I had. I had a truck I built in high school. Was a 86 Chevy truck, but it had a 73 dash to get over the emissions, but a Pontiac 389 big block, rat pack carburetor, and a Muncie 4-speed.
Yeah.
Takes a gallon of gas to start it.
Yeah. Mine was like okay, but I want to say it probably got about, on a good day, 10 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, on a good day. Yeah. Wow. Now, what'd you have? It Turbo 400 or?
I had the Turbo 400.
Yeah.
Which shifted beautifully. You know, a mild shift kit in it. I don't like banging. You know.
Yeah.
It was firm. It was a beautiful car, and it ran great. Somebody else now has the pleasure of it, and we'll see. Maybe there'll be another project in my future. I have a 73 Camaro in the backyard that belongs to a friend of mine. I put a little video out on it.
Split bumper?
Yeah, split bumper. And I'm thinking about buying it from him. It's been in the family. It belonged to another friend of ours. I actually worked on it back in the 80s. So I was, 20?
Yeah. My first car was a 55 Chevrolet. It was a 2-door handyman wagon, not a Nomad. It had post doors on it, but it was a 2-door wagon. And I bought it because when I was in high school graduating, the movie Hollywood Nights came out. And that's my favorite movie of all time. And my favorite car of all time since I was like 5 years old was Project X, the 57 Chevy, okay? But I could never find one around here. But I found the 55 wagon, which looked a little bit like Newbaum Turk's Pie Wagon. So we used to call my car the Pie Wagon. So that's and I drove that high school. Well, at the end of high school, I bought it. I drove it to college for 2 years, but I miss it. And I actually found out where it was a few years ago in Milford. It was actually in Milford. But now I haven't seen it. You know, I still remember the VIN number, A55T111582. Wow. I still know the VIN number because it was you just know your cars.
Yeah.
So every time I look for sale ads on eBay or something, because the guy made it nice, I'm always looking for that VIN number. And if I find it, I'm buying it.
I had a 67 Mustang for my first car.
Fastback or coupe?
It was a regular coupe. I built it in auto shop.
289?
289.
Yep.
Didn't know a damn thing about it. I remember I took the intake manifold off and these things were sticking up, so I tried to drive them down with a hammer. Guess what they were?
What do you mean, the dowels or studs?
Well, I took the intake manifold off
Yep.
So think about what's in there. And there was some things sticking up. Not all of them were sticking up. There's 16 of them, and I tried to drive them down with a hammer.
Get out.
Yep.
Why'd you do that?
They didn't know anything. What did I know? I'm like sitting with my friend, like, why are these sticking up? Some of them are sticking up and others aren't. Let's see if it moves, right? But by the time I got done with that, and I remember one of the guys in the shop said, "You guys don't know anything. You're going to ruin it." Well, we learned real quick.
Yeah, that's the only way to learn.
Hey, I learned. I'll never forget on my '55 Chevy. It was the first engine I ever rebuilt. I was 17, and it was a 1970 LT1 out of a Corvette, 370 horsepower. Okay,
Yeah.
I rebuilt. I had actually a Cinto machine shop in Stratford here. He did the short block for me, and I did the rest of it myself. I put it in, and I didn't know enough about automotive electricity at the time, and I had a bad ballast resistor, okay?
Mhm.
So the whole engine, everything was painted up beautiful, all that stuff. I go to start it the first time. After about 2 minutes, I hear, boom, the coil exploded.
Mhm.
Because the ballast resistor was bad. It
Yeah,
heated up
those days
the
it
coil,
mattered.
oil all over the
Mhm.
place. I was like, oh, I learned about automotive electric after that. I'll tell you that.
That's how we learn. I started
absolutely.
like most of you guys, with a lawnmower, a mini bike, and a go-kart.
Yep.
And
I never had any power equipment growing up, though. My father was a lineman for United Illuminating. He did that for 40 years, was out 7 days a week, all in the bad weather. You heard about linemen. That's what my father did. He was a lineman, did it for years. If he had to fix something, he would generally take it down the road to the garage. But when I started, 10, 11 years old, I started fixing the family car.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you know this stuff? I was like, Dad, you just do it. Oh, you didn't get that from me, and I was like, oh, whatever,
I still remember my father in the day. Every time the oil hit 3,000 miles, if he's on his way home from work, he'd buy the oil. He'd come in, set the oil on the tailgate or car or whatever. Go pull the drain plug.
Yep.
My father never crawled under a car. I said, "What? Why do you have a car then?"
Yeah, I hope
two sons.
I hope there's no environmentalists, because I can tell you an oil story real quick. My father in our neighborhood, this guy, I mean, he's dead, but that doesn't mean anything. But anyway, he'd drive the car over the sewer grate.
Yeah.
Got the oil drain plug, and I'm like, Dad, that's a sewer.
Yeah. Mr. Bonagura used to do that. He had the corner house, and he'd cock it up on right over the thing.
Right above the storm sewer. And I'm like, Dad, that goes into the river down the street.
My grandfather's brother did the same thing. Yeah.
And then what he did in later years, when he didn't get in trouble for it, but our next door neighbor across the way was in charge of the public works for our town. He saw him doing it one day. He goes, "Hank, what the hell are you doing?" So he stopped doing it. But then he put a garbage pail. Remember the old metal garbage pails? He put one in the woods in our backyard. And every time he would change the oil, he'd had old rags. He'd throw the rags in the pail and dump the oil in the pail, right? Well, 10, 15 years go by. One day I said, I'm going to move that pail. So I go like this. There was no bottom. It was all in the earth, So 20 years of oil changes were, because I always said, how come this damn thing isn't filling up? Well, because it was going in the ground. I mean, that was back when fossil oil was fossil oil. So I guess it went back to its maker,
Well, they used to spray it on dirt roads.
Oh, yeah. No, they still do. Yeah.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have a friend of mine who has a cabin. He uses used motor oil as his stain for his siding.
Sure, why not?
I said, your house better not catch fire, boy, because
Yeah, they put motor oil on
chemicals in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all the heavy metals and everything. Oh, yeah.
With the exception of that, it is a natural product, and there are bacteria that eat the oil. But with the exception of some of these things that they put in it, I mean, I guess it could go back in the day. You guys remember, right? How bad oil used to be.
Oh yeah.
Take a rocker cover on an engine, and you need a scraper to start getting at anything. So oil is not like that now. But I don't know what the composition of oil was in the 60s and 70s or 40s and 50s. I don't know. I never really researched it.
It wasn't as highly refined as it is today. Today it's pure. And then now, look at what is it? Pennzoil makes theirs from natural gas. It's not even made from petroleum. So.
Yeah, it's synthesized. Yeah.
But remember the old paper oil cans, Henry, where you used to have that. You used to stick the plunger in it. And then you'd always pour it out, and you'd always drip out the sides of that stupid plunger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still use my father's galvanized steel oil drain pan. I
I've
still
still
have
got
that.
some of those. I've still got some of those old jar oil cans, that pint
Yep.
jar cans
Yep.
with the
Oh,
spout
yeah.
on from my grandfather
Those are
had
nice.
back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had glass jar back then. Well, remember
Yeah.
way back when you
Mhm.
would bring your glass jar with your funnel top on it to the gas
Pump it.
station, and you'd
Pump it.
buy oil by the quart.
Yeah. Fill it up, take it back. But yeah, he had some of those, and
Oh, Arch probably went to go get something to show us. Watch.
yeah. I'll try to next time I'm up. I'll dig them out and I'll show one on the camera. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow on Mix or something.
No, when my father passed away, I got all the tools. There you go. There you go. What is that?
It
Haviland?
needs to be cleaned. It's filthy. I don't know. What does it say?
My father was always a Quaker State man. The
I can't get it
gold
off.
Quaker State.
This is
My
automatic.
father,
transmission
my
fluid.
father too, Quaker State.
Yeah.
What does it
Oh,
say?
yeah. My father was always Quaker State. Yeah. It used to
it's-
be that
it's-
green and gold stripe Quaker State
It's
oil.
Texaco.
Oh,
And
okay.
they said Quaker State put the sludge in the engine. Remember when that big thing went around about Quaker?
Wow. Yep, I have that exact same plunger, exact same one. And they never sealed. You'd stick it in, you'd go to pour it, it'd drip out all over you.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
And the
My
gas
father
station-
used Quaker State until they had that bad batch of oil in the 70s where it turned to jello gelatin in your oil
Yeah, I
pan
remember
overnight.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And my father did that, had that happen, and they turned to jello gelatin, and he went out and he saw it on the news. It was weird. He saw it on the news. He just changed his oil the day before, or I should say, I did. And he went out there and he looked down there and pulled his valve covers off, and you could see the indentation of the rocker panels. It's like, okay, we can't start this truck. He took out his kerosene, brushed all the rockers, cleaned the valve covers up, poured 1.5 gallons of kerosene down that engine, disconnected the oil, cranked it, and then pulled the drain plug, and this looked like glumpy jello gelatin came out.
Oh, yeah. We used to use kerosene. Yeah, you motor flush. That's all it was, kerosene. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still use kerosene to clean.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yep.
I do.
He never touched Quaker State again.
One of my friends who's a mechanic even says to me, he goes, before you change your oil, put a half a cup of kerosene in, then run it, then change your oil.
Yeah.
clean it up.
And you know what
Well,
I do
remember-
is when I drain the oil out of the motors that I rebuild, I take
Yep.
and I put half a cup of kerosene in there, and not start it, but
Yeah,
get it running,
Yeah.
churning around, just
Just
drain
circulate.
out a little bit more,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
it gets a lot of that. It gets a lot of that grime and stuff to the bottom.
Yeah,
So
sludge.
it's
Yeah.
the sludge, right?
The good old days, back when you used to have to adjust your points every month, or when it rained or something, or you always had to keep a can of WD-40 to spray inside your distributor when it rained out,
Yeah.
and the distributor would start arcing because you had the micro cracks in it and stuff like that.
that's it. Yeah, the wires.
When I went for my road test, I took it in my sister's 73 Camaro with dual point distributor, Excel dual point. And in the
Yep.
rain, it could do that. And I failed because it stalled.
Yep.
And when I got it started, it peeled out. And I looked at the instructor or whatever, the test person, and we just looked at each other. I had a
Shaking
good
his
test, but I failed.
I took my test in a 77 Ford Granada.
Mhm. I remember the Granadas. Oh my God, Grenaders.
Yeah, with
They
the
were-
300 truck motor in it. That's 300 straight six.
I think I did mine in a '77 Buick
Yeah.
Regal, my mother's car.
You sure it was the 300, not the 200, Ken? They made a 200 straight six. I bet you it was the 200.
I don't know, it had a lot of balls to it. It was a heavy car. It really was a heavy car. But you know what's funny
It
though? I
was
go
either
back.
they made a 200 straight six and a 250 straight six for the cars, and the
Maybe it
300
was a
straight six for the trucks and bands.
It's probably a 250, but
Yep.
I tell you, it had power though. But all I remember was it was so heavy, we never had to worry about snow tires. Even in the depths of a foot of snow, that thing would just go. Yeah, we never had to worry. I mean, nowadays
yeah.
people are so afraid to drive in the snow. We wanted the snow. We wanted to go do
Yeah.
donuts in the parking lot. We had a good
I
time.
I had a '77 Grand Prix. Yeah, I bet it weighed 3,500, 3,800 gross.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah,
My mother-in-law calls those Grand Prix.
Yeah,
I had
well,
one of those too. 78 Grand Prix.
that's the first car I ever bought, so it was a nice car.
Yeah.
But
I like the Grand Prix. Was it 75 that had the like the Riviera window in the back?
Mm.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't-
nice. I had a 57 Plymouth.
Hey,
the same
hey,
car
and let's
that
not
looked like,
forget.
that movie, you know.
Oh, like
yeah.
Christine?
Oh, let's not
That was
forget
cool.
BW.
What's that,
That-
Scott?
Never forget BW Bugs in the wintertime. BW
Oh, you mean
Bugs
with
for
no
doing
heat?
donuts in the park. Yeah.
I remember every
no,
VW
not so much that. Be able to do donuts.
Oh yeah, definitely had all the weight on the rear wheels. Yeah, but I remember every VW I've ever
Yeah.
driven in the winter. All my buddies owned them. All had the rotted air boxes and hoses, so you never had heat in the VW.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no heat. Yeah, when you took we used to double date in a VW Bug, but you had, if it was wintertime, we go to the drive-in. You had to tell you, everybody had to be warm till everything got going good. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you had those two little levers next to the seatbelt. It's like, what are these for? Oh, it used to be heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
I have
of
a
them.
79 convertible in the other room.
Oh,
But
is it
the
super or what?
It's a Super Beetle.
The old tubes in the back that come off the motor to provide the heat to the back, they would always rot out. You know,
And people would use flex hose. We put flex hose on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of them wouldn't start. You'd have to push them to pop start them, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
jump them off. Yeah, pop the clutch. Second gear,
Oh,
pop.
Yeah,
Or-
and they were like
Or picking up your neighbor's BW and putting it on their front porch.
Yeah.
We actually put one up on a cliff at school. We had a rock that was like 16 feet tall, and we actually dragged the thing up, 6 of us, up this rock and put it on top of the rock. It was the auto shop teacher's car. He comes out, "Where's my car?" And he pointed. It's up 18 feet tall on a rock. It didn't weigh anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, our town police chief had a BW Bug. We picked that. Me and about 10 other guys picked it up and put it on the on top of the dumpster in the parking lot behind the store. You know, just for gags.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, Rich has a 66. Oh, that's cool.
40 miles an hour.
Oh man.
I actually, a neighbor used to put his VW Bug. Him and his sons would put it on the front porch. They had a VW Bug convertible. They put it on his front porch in the wintertime because he didn't have a garage. He didn't want to park it outside in the snow. He put it on his front porch. It was funny.
Yeah.
So, William, what are you doing different about your internet? So far, everything's still good.
I don't know. I guess I got my fingers crossed.
He's not getting on with Jeff is on, so Jeff don't jinx him.
Yeah.
Because usually he can't understand them and he's cutting in and out, you know.
Well, he hadn't been talking.
Yeah.
If he's not cutting in and out, we hadn't heard from him very much.
Yeah.
Are you on Wi-Fi, William, or are you still?
I'm just
You on
just through
Wi-Fi
my
or?
phone.
Oh, okay.
I don't know Wi-Fi. I can't get where I'm at. I live in the country. I can't get it. Can't get nothing. Have you ever heard of a gremlin? It's a GMC. Like
Oh, yeah.
72 gremlin.
Oh, yeah.
AMC Gremlin. My buddy had they used to call an AMC Gremlin X, and it had the 401 AMC engine in it, and that was a hell of a car.
Yeah.
And then his
That's what
buddy,
my daddy had.
had the AMX, which was the Hypo Javelin with no back seat with the 390. That was another nice car.
I think they were the first ones to have hatchbacks.
No, it wasn't the Pinto first.
Pinto, yeah.
Pinto was what, 70, 71?
You talking about the Pintos that caught on fire?
Yeah, yeah.
Gas
Yeah.
tank was
Well,
bad.
You had Pintos, you had Gremlins, you had Pacers.
Vegas.
Oh,
Remember
those
Yeah,
Vegas?
yes, Chevy Vega, yeah.
Those Pacers had the weird hatchback that was rounded off. The Pacers, did, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Girl in high
car
school.
that Wayne's World made famous.
Yeah.
Hey, if I told you what, promise not to laugh. You know what I took my road test in?
What's
My
that?
neighbor's 1967 Cadillac Hearst.
No
No.
kidding.
I did-
That must have been fun parallel parking.
Yeah.
That was one hell. When he said parallel park that thing, it was like, okay, Well, and I actually did it. I don't know how, but I parallel parked it. And the guy says when he gave me, I passed and he gave me the thing. He said, for some reason, I just feel like going to listen to some Grateful Dead. I don't know why.
Yeah, but the one good thing about Hearst is 90% of the time they're in perfect shape. You know.
Yeah, because they've never been abused. We'll just go to.
I'd like to get like a Caprice or a Buick flower car. You know, like the El Camino flower car or the station wagon that they use at the funeral parlor, because they're mint condition. They got LT1s in them. I mean, they're beautiful cars.
My next door neighbor was named a guy named Dick French. We fondly called him Lurch. He was 6'9", and he looked like Lurch in the Adams family, and he had 9 kids. He had to have that thing. And I mean, the common joke was how could somebody so ugly be able to get a woman and have 9 kids? You just, I mean, and his wife looked like Brooke Shields. His wife was like, you walk, most grown men would drool, and you'd see them together. It was like Beauty and the Beast. That's what I mean. That's just
Scott. Maybe that wasn't the only thing on him that was long. You know.
It must be, but you know something. His wife was a professor of English literature at Elmira College, and he was a fireman that originally was a janitor. Wow. And so you know who made the money in that family, and they were all American rednecks. They buy a new refrigerator, new stove. I mean, you're thinking that she made like $100,000 a year in today's money. Oh, well, you want $20 to haul away that old refrigerator? Hell no, I ain't paying that. Put it in the driveway.
Yeah, put on the
front. Like the kind that had the old console TV that didn't work with the new TV on top of it.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's the kind when the old console TV quit working, he'd put a fish tank in it.
Speaking of that, Ken, I've got an old one of them old furniture things that my mother had when she passed away. TVs sitting in my living room right now, and I've got my big screen sitting on top of it.
No, they were beautiful pieces of furniture. I remember my parents always had the big thing way back when in the 60s, you know, was a 25-inch like color RCA TV. You know, the tube TVs. You turn them off, you see that little dot in the middle, and you wait about 2 minutes for the dot to disappear.
Well, this was a little newer than that one, but we did have those back in the day. We had the old phonograph system with 8-track, you know, where everybody put their liquor cabinet on top. Keep their liquor top, and the middle would open up, and you know where the turntable would be, and
Henry will remember this. I remember listening on my parents' console to Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass and the Carpenters back in like 1970. You know,
I remember that.
My mother was a big Nat King Cole fan, so I heard a lot of Nat King Cole when I was growing up.
My mother liked Engelbert Humperdinck for some reason. I don't know. Gene Pitney. Oh yeah. So was it Town Without Pity? Yeah.
Town Without Pity.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Gene Pitney was from Connecticut.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Hamden, I think.
A lot of old 78s too that she had.
Well, see, I got a jukebox here. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Geez, I've always wanted a jukebox. Ken, leave your door unlocked some night. Let me.
It was the first commercially available 45 RPM jukebox, 1951.
Wow.
Geez, where'd you get that at?
I've had this one. It's my second one. I had one that was fully restored back in the 80s. And when I met my wife and started dating, I sold it to finance a trip to Hollywood so her and I could visit her girlfriend, who was an actress. And I always wanted it back. And the guy I sold it to wouldn't sell it back to me. So I found this one about 20 years ago. It's not restored yet, but it still works. So I want to do a full restoration on it. I just haven't had the time.
Yeah.
You still play it though, huh?
Oh yeah, no, it works. I haven't played it. God, must be 5 years, but yeah, it works. Still works.
It must be hard to get old modern 45s today. I'm sure they still sell them someplace.
They repress now. I mean, there's companies that actually repress vinyl records now. Even 78s, 45s, 33s, they still do it. Remember, the first jukeboxes that came out, you know, you had Wurlitzer, Seaberg, Rockola, AMI, Rowe, all the different jukebox manufacturers. They started out with the 78 RPM records, okay? And then in 1951, they went from 78 to 45. But what you would do is you take the 78 RPM record players, like the Wurlitzer Bubble players that used to see, the Worldser 1015s, they would take the metal disc and have inserts to put 45s into where the 78 went and change the motor speed so that you could still listen to them on the old jukeboxes. And then in 1951, that's when the 45 RPM was commercially available throughout the country. And Seeburg had it was called the M100 mechanism. 50 records, 2 sides, 100 choices. And it was 3 plays for a quarter, 1 play for a dime, 3 plays for a quarter. And that's what I have, Seeburg M100B model.
I think I told you this, Ken. I had my first car that had a 45 player.
Oh yeah, that was an option in the 50s, the underdash record player. The only problem was don't hit a bump. Don't hit a bump.
I've seen that on TV before. I've never actually seen one in person, but I've seen that.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Yep.
So what did they use at the diners? You remember the diner had the.
Hold on, I'm going to show you right now.
What
watch this. Wait. You're going to freak out when you see this. Watch this. Hold on. What they had was, it's called a 3W1.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that on the table.
That's called a Seeburg 3W1 wall box. Okay, meaning 3-wire, 1 plug, and then my jukebox here.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
So cool.
I like that, Ken. That's cool.
1951, and I don't even know if it's plugged in. Wait a minute. Ugh.
Let's give it a test run. Fire it up. Fire it up.
So, but what record is in the little one? Like, what do they put in there for the music?
No. It's just a switch. It's an electronic switch.
Oh.
So it ties into the main jukebox, right? It ties into the main jukebox and plays whatever you punch in on that.
Oh,
the 3W1 wall box, there was an actual tube, because the jukeboxes run off of tube amplifiers. Mm-hmm. And there's a tube called the 2050 tube. A 2050 tube is what powered your wall box. Your wall box has a stepper in it, a stepper relay, just like the old phone systems used to work. Mm-hmm. When you hit your selection, your number and your letter, it would flick 2 tabs on your stepper that would go back to the pin bank in your jukebox, and the pin bank would ding ding to those 2 selections. The jukebox would scan over to those 2 selections that were tabbed out on the solenoid, and then flick the record out and play it.
Wow.
I used to fix jukeboxes. I know all that crap. I did that for a while.
I can tell you know all about what you're talking about.
I used to have a lot of fun with
You're not
stuff.
even thinking about it, just spitting out the information.
From like 82 to 86, I collected jukeboxes and wall boxes. I had oh my gosh, probably 3 or 4. I had 11 wall boxes at one time. Now they're worth about $300 a piece.
Wow.
So if you went to the diner and they had these in these booths, how big was the unit that supplied?
No. You got to remember, if you look in the wall box, it's 100 selection wall box. Okay.
Right.
Meaning there's 50 records, 2 sides. You had 100 selections because a record always had an A and a B side. But what happens is, if you look on here, is you put in your coin and the credit light would light up. You can put in a quarter, you get 3 credits. Okay. You would hit A1, B2, Q5. There were your 3 credits. That would go to a master stepper that was in the back of the diner. And what they had was, it didn't look like a jukebox. It looked like a half a jukebox because there was no display or anything, because who cared what it looked like. It stored. It was the M100 mechanism that stored the records, and it was just the big stepper, but the stepper could store up to, I think it was 50 selections. So after 50 selections, if you were in the diner and enough people had picked up to 50 selections, you put your quarter and it wouldn't work. You tried to hit it wouldn't let you do that because the stepper motor was full. It only had 50 selections on the stepper. Once all the people pushed the buttons, you had to wait.
Yeah, I remember that as a kid, very young. I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the stepper only had 50 tabs. So after 50 selections, that was it. So
that's crazy.
We used to go to a show called the Philadelphia Game Room Show that was in the George Washington Motor Lodge in not Wilkes-Barre, somewhere. Oh, where the hell? Valley Forge, PA. Every year they had the coin op show, and now the big show is in McCormick Place in Chicago. It's called the Chicagoland Show, and it's a coin-operated show. Pinballs, jukeboxes, any kind of entertainment device. So the old peanut machines, the grip machines, the fortune telling machines, all the old coin-operated stuff. I would go to those shows every year because I was into it. All the coin-op stuff, pinballs. I was a pinball wizard when I was a kid. Because remember, we didn't have all this video crap. We'd go to the arcade. We'd go to the arcade and play pinball.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's some cool stuff.
But and back in the old days, the pinballs were mechanical, not this electronic crap. It was mechanical with relays and steppers and solenoids and rubber bumpers, and it was all mechanical. It was easy.
Oh, those things came alive.
Oh my God. My favorite, and it's still to this day, I'm looking for one, a 1970 Gottlieb home run pinball machine. My favorite machine of all time. They made about 800 of them, and there was one at the Woolworths store in the Trumbull Mall where I grew up. And I must have wore the hell out of the bumpers in that thing over the years. I love that thing. Oh.
Good stuff.
But I was into all that, and I was into my father-in-law. He fixed soda machines. So he showed me, how to fix that stuff, because people would collect old soda machines, like the vending machines. You had Vendo. Vendo was a big brand.
Even today, it's big.
You had a Vendo 66, Vendo 44, all the common, the Coke ones that are red, the Pepsi ones that are blue. RC Cola was yellow. Oh, yeah, it was just crazy. I was into all that crap. Oh, my God. Oh. But like I said, anything mechanical, I don't care what it was, jukebox, soda machine, pinball machine. Anything mechanical, that's why I do this shit. It's my therapy. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There's my jukebox at 100B. There you go. That looks like the first one I have, except the problem is it looks like they did that one in an oak laminate. The original 1951 Seabird B and BL was a zebra wood. It was a zebra wood vinyl applique.
Beautiful.
That looks like it's an oak formica.
Yeah.
Or oak veneer. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. The original material on the original one was a zebra wood vinyl overlay. Yeah. I still have all the manuals. I got all that stuff. You kidding me? Crazy.
What store are we at tonight, Scott? Where are you at?
Where you, Cumbie?
7-Eleven.
Get you one of them nice hot dogs, the real crispy.
Oh, you mean the ones that no one ever buys? The ones that sitting there forever, rolling on the rollers?
You just keep rolling.
Yeah. What was it? A Seinfeld episode where Kramer goes into the movie theater? Oh yeah, give me a hot dog. The guy's like, "Are you serious?" No one ever orders one of these. He goes, "This thing's been here longer than I've been alive." He goes, "No, give it to me." So Kramer gets it and he takes a bite and he's like, "Oh, yeah."
Mr. Briggs wants his liverwurst.
Oh yeah.
No, salami.
Salami.
Okay.
No liver today.
I don't think there's any nutritional value in that package.
Empty calories.
Hey,
what are you drinking, Scott?
You gotta have food.
Huh?
Right?
What are you drinking? Your 2-liter? There you go.
Yeah.
He's the only guy I know every night drinks a 2-liter Coke.
Well, he probably has to pack. He's packing up his so he don't have to stop. He can just go straight through.
God. If I drank that, I'd be farting my brains out. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think he told me that before.
What do you got, William? Mountain Dew?
Sundrop.
Yeah.
Sundrop.
I don't think we have that up here.
No. We got Mountain Dew and Sprite and.
No, that's just the start right there. That's just part of it.
Oh my God! What do you got? Coffee? Good.
Well, yeah, two coffees. Yeah, there's one. There's two Cokes of water, and a salami.
I would be on the toilet faster than you could say hello. Oh my God!
Oh well, we gotta get some more. We're not done.
And that's just for tonight?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh, now you got the energy drink, or what do you got? Gatorade.
Yeah. So that salami.
The Gatorade.
You must have an iron gut, Scott.
That's the first thing I drink every morning is a thing of Gatorade.
Yeah, Tommy Hanlon.
How many hamburgers?
What's that?
How many hamburgers did you eat that time? Like 20?
Yeah, Briggs, what was the challenge you did the other day with the hamburgers? How many did you do?
Cheeseburgers. They were cheeseburgers, wasn't it? I think he did like 28 or something.
Yeah, it was 20-something, yeah.
He can't hear us.
Let's see.
What was Scott? Can you hear us?
Yeah,
What was your challenge the other day with the hamburgers?
21.
21.
What?
Yep.
In 24 hours.
Yeah, there were 21 Burger King. Was it cheeseburgers, Scott, or it was cheeseburgers, wasn't it?
Sourdough bacon.
Oh, that's right. The bread was sourdough.
Wow.
What kind of pizza we got? Oh no, you keep your chicken bacon ranch, buddy. You don't want to see a grown man cry.
Where's the liver pizza?
They don't
That's
have
the
any.
Oh gosh. Oh, what do you got, William? What is it?
One of them things, $75,000.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those are Seabird. Look like HFs. Yeah, or Seabird G's or HFs. Yeah.
$75,000.
How many though? Got a whole collection. Yeah, they're worth money. This one here, the one that I have fully restored, is about $6,500.
If I ever had a house big enough to have a little, like a game room or something downstairs, I'd think about getting one of these boxes.
You never have enough room, ever.
An old Galaga video game or something. Maybe.
Wave Urkel.
Uh-oh.
Is that his name, or is that what you call him?
No, that's his real. I feel sorry for the kid. His real name is William I. Urkel.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I thought
Are you still in Elmira, Scott?
I'm in Willywana,
Okay.
Billy Wanna.
the dandy.
Willy Wanna.
Hey, buddy, get the hell out of my bed. That's my bed. I already told you that. Your seat. Get on your seat.
Yeah.
I don't care if I have to have a Barney with me. Get out of my bed.
Oh, Barney Fife?
Yep. That's what I'm calling him. Yeah, you heard me. Get out of my bed. I don't share my bed unless you got you grow something.
Yeah.
You got the wrong equipment. Get out of that bed.
You got the wrong equipment.
I'd show you the guy, but it don't matter. He still ain't getting in my bed. He's an old guy. He's not that old. He's about the same age as me, but he thinks he's gonna sleep all night. He can sleep all night, sleep right in the chair.
Yeah. Does he help you, or do you just have somebody go with you as a keep you company?
He's just sitting there. He's a security guard. He's Barney. He ain't good, but he ain't sleeping in my bed.
Oh, okay.
You gotta-
I thought you said he was riding along. Oh, okay.
You got to share your food with them too, right?
No, this is how you eat salami. See, you take it, you open it up, crack it open. You gotta drain the water out.
Yeah, get
Gotta drain the water out.
Oh, hey, Scott, here you go.
There
There you go. That's the guy that if he's gonna try and sleep in my bed thinking he's a big shot, he's got another thing coming.
I can just hear him, Andy.
Wow. This is crazy.
See, that's how you eat salami.
Oh, you eat the whole pack at one time? Wow.
That's gross. That's gross.
Yeah, but you know it's funny. You think about all the things you touched with your hands in the last 20 minutes.
Hey, but if you put 2 slices of cheese on each side, then you could have your salami.
Well, he's gonna kill it with the Coke and all the coffee and
Yeah.
energy drinks and everything else. So.
Man, I hate to be the rest stop bathroom person that has to clean
Well,
up.
Scott, Scott. Serious question: how much was all that?
But
Yeah.
How much was all that?
I don't know. I used the company credit card.
Oh, they pay for it?
I get $75 a day per diem.
Oh,
Per diem.
nice.
Call it per diem.
Wow.
Then when you get
That's why I
to
use.
town, you can have you a good dinner somewhere, right? Yeah.
I could if there was 8 restaurants on the way, I could stop and get restaurants on the way up. But there's no restaurants on these runs.
Uh,
What route? What are you on? Night? What route are you on? Which route you take?
I'm going up 14 to get on 81 for a little bit to go down to Scranton.
Scranton, Ohio.
No, Scranton, PA, right?
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Home of the Office.
Yeah.
Isn't that a home of Jumping Joe Biden too?
I would just
Yep.
buy some MREs, Briggs.
But
They're good. Hey, buy some MREs. They're really good.
I have one of those at work. One of the kids who works for us is ex-military. He just got out like 6 months ago, and he brought like a case of them in.
Mhm.
My favorite, though, it used to be the beef stew was actually really good.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Really?
people said, "Oh, at MRE." No. It's I remember eating MREs 30, 40 years ago. Yeah, those tasted like
That's
crap.
different.
The new ones, oh my god. Oh,
You ever see some of the videos on YouTube where the guys break open like old MREs from like Nam or whatever?
Yep. Well, they say the one that I has, the expiration date is like 22 years.
Mhm.
Oh, boy.
And then
I
you
gotta
get
some
you
MREs
get your,
from Korea, boy.
you get your dessert, you get your chewing gum, you get a little sewing kit, you get all kinds
get a
of.
little
Remember years
cigarette.
ago, you used to have the cigarettes. Remember?
A couple of cigarettes.
Yep.
Hey, you never know. We might need them one day.
Well, no, it is. I have a good friend of mine. He's like a prepper, and he's really, really, really into it too. And he's probably got food to last 20, 30 years, you know? But
Not bad. Not a bad thing to do.
yeah, no, you never know. You never know.
You never know.
I figure, I don't know. It might be a good idea, but I figure I probably won't be around.
Hey, all I know is if the apocalypse happened, I'm going to his house.
Well,
I'm going
listen,
I'm
you
going
guys
to
remember
Henry's
Hurricane Sandy?
to protect myself.
What's that?
I'm going to Henry's to protect myself. It's the pocket stuff. He's got enough tools. We can make us anything.
Hey, if we ever get hit with an apocalypse, you come to my house. I got 15 kegs of beer in my basement, in my bar room, and about 20 cases of beer. We'll just drink until it's gone and wait for the bombs.
That works for me. Yeah.
During Hurricane Sandy, Long Island was cut off from the mainland for almost like about 3 weeks. We had nothing connected, no power. You couldn't get through. Finally, they were actually carting fuel out in trucks. And the way they did it was over in Battery Park, the authorities, I think it was the Coast Guard, and the mayor, they changed the rules just enough because of the emergency. They were putting the fuel lines over the docks directly from the tanker truck and putting the fuel right into the tanker trucks to come out here.
Yeah.
We had no power, no fuel. The most gas you could get was if you could carry 2 gallons, one in each arm, and you had to stand on line for an hour to get fuel for your generator. None of the stores had anything left. Whatever you had is all you had. That's it. Nothing came in.
Well, I remember the rationing years ago in the early 70s where my father would change the license plate from one car to the other because it was even, odd one day and even the next. He'd swap the license plates out.
That was 76, 77, I believe.
Yeah, the OPEC crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Hyperinflation and OPEC at the same time. Nothing
There
like
would be cars lined up on the parkway here. Of course, we got in our area, we have Parkway East is the main thoroughfare. Highway 75 is what it's called. But yeah, they'd be lined up all the way back onto the highway. And, just to get gas on that day, that morning. I mean, if people start lining up, and you got it one. It's even odd, like Ken was talking about.
I remember people bringing soda bottles just to fill with gas, just to get extra gas, just because they didn't want to have to worry about waiting.
Yeah. Jugs, milk jugs. They try to put them in
whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite was the guy who brought the styrofoam container.
Oh,
melted it right away. That was hilarious.
I remember the first time I ever tried to pour gas in a styrofoam cup. It only takes one time to learn. I mean, you had to learn. But I was a little kid. I put me some gas in a styrofoam cup for some reason or other, and the whole thing just disintegrates.
Yeah.
Wow.
That Barney just walked in the store and he was called, and his boss called me and asked me what's going on because he called his boss in there, and I said he's trying to sleep in my bed. What good is he here? He's here to protect me. What good's he gonna do if he's sleeping? If he's that tired, why'd he come to work?
Hey, Barney.
That's like the guy at the bank, the guard at the bank
Yeah.
asleep in the chair
Yeah.
at the door.
What's his name? The guy at the
Well,
back.
that's another Seinfeld episode with a security guard where he gave him something to drink and he fell asleep and they robbed the place.
Yeah. Oh, that was it wasn't a bank. It was a.
No, it was at the apartment building.
It was
And then
at
he got robbed.
a
Yeah.
boutique or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the boutique. Yep, the guy in the rocking chair. Yeah, yeah. George gives him a rocking chair. He goes, "Come here, this is more comfortable."
Yeah.
The guy fell asleep. I remember that. Yeah.
I love Seinfeld.
Great show.
I mean, I told him, I said, tell you what, he says he's sleeping because he's bored. I said, I'll go sleep and he can drive. I said, this truck's automatic. Anybody can drive it now.
Man, probably.
I'm a six-pack and tell me go lay down.
Yeah, you get to see a lot of women now driving those big old trucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At the trailer park, what do you call them when you pull into the truck stop? What do you call them? Lounge?
Lot lizards. Lot lizard.
That's it.
Yeah, we have a truck stop right here down the street from me. And, all the girls hang out over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they used to have a
Believe it or
saying.
not,
Well, they would have a
there's
saying
more,
there.
male.
The lounge lizards would say, "I can make your dollar go further." Literally.
They make a little money that way. That's
Yeah.
how they make money.
There's our buddy.
Nah, there's male lot lizards out there, too.
You
I've
just gotta
seen
make
it all.
If you're going to use that kind of stuff, though, you just got to make sure they don't rob you, man. That's the thing.
You know, I was over the road for almost 5 years, and I don't know why, but I must have gave out bad karma. I only had one lot lizard in all those years knock at my door.
Yeah. I've got a couple of female friends of mine that drive over the road. And they don't take no shit off nobody. They're pretty tough too. They don't take no shit off anybody.
I was in front. I was at a pilot on 77 in Ohio. I was standing there. My mother was with me. Believe it or not, my mother went over the road with me for a week. My mother went inside. I was standing there with Mr. Briggs. He was like 3 years old at the time. I was standing outside. I just got done walking him. And this woman came out and flirting and everything. I had a feeling what she was leading up to. Anyways, she said, "You need some company in your truck." I said, "I already got somebody." "Oh, you like older women?" "Well, that's all right. I'm into girls too." And my mother had just came out and heard what she said. And my mother said, "I'm not into threesomes, and I'm not into sleeping with my son." That woman's eyes got about as big around as saucers.
Wow.
And she said, and she was a clerk in the store. And she said, "That's all right, honey. I get off work. I don't care. You can stay in the top bunk and watch."
Oh boy.
My mom, and she did. And my mom said, "No, thank you." My mom just wanted to ride in the truck, and we were sitting there about 11 o'clock at night. It was like I got done driving at 10, so it was about 11. I was there watching GB on the upper bunk. My mother was down there, and she opened up that door and knocked the door. She knocked the door, opened up the door, and she tried to come in. My mother said, "What are you doing?" "Well, honey, your son can have some fun. Don't mean you got to you can stay down there and be a ninny."
She was persistent.
Oh yeah, I wish I had videotaped it. My mother was in her 60s at the time. She got out of that truck and just. I just saw the woman's head bounce off the hood of my truck, and I just shut the curtain and didn't say a thing. I didn't say a thing.
I was going to say, did she bitch slap her or something?
She bounced her head off the truck, came back in the truck. She said, "I don't think she'll bother us anymore." And I woke up next morning. She was blood. She was gone, but there was a big bloody mark on my white truck that kind of looked like a crime scene. I said, "Damn, mother, what'd you do to that woman?"
Well, all right. Well, on that note, it's been 2 hours and we've talked a lot about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming up, especially Mr. Briggs. But thank you to William, to Henry, Arch. It was a pleasure. Bob, everybody who's still in the chat. I don't think anyone's in the chat anymore, but whoever was in the chat, thank you. I'm not going to get any views, but that's okay. We had a good time.
Hey,
So,
before
Sure you will.
William, are you still awake over
Oh yeah.
yeah, William's playing with the dog.
there? Yeah.
All
What
right,
happened
guys.
to,
See you guys later.
We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for
Yeah,
showing up.
good.
I appreciate it. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right.
That ain't a
Good night,
dog; it's an earmuff.
Yeah,
Good night, Scott. Be safe on the road, Scott. We'll talk to you later.
yeah. Be good,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Briggs.
Later.
Oh, well. Bob, take care. Huh?
Well, I'm
Mr.
doing pretty
Briggs,
good. How
enjoy.
about you, man? I like those videos you had.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean the quality of the video is good, but I really enjoyed watching your setup, the way you got everything going on with tools and stuff. I mean, I agree with you. Like you said, you got all that stuff, but hey, you got to keep it in the toolbox, keep it protected. You know.
Yeah. That's why I built that A-frame. So I put everything that I always use, hang it on